Megalocera a mamuta. Což je painful. O Megalocerosi. Na Megalocera má sedlo renkle, to je toto. 5 želízka, 200 kůže a 110 fibrů. To mám hned. No okrem té kůže. Say goodnight. Okay. Na to mi dalo. Toto bude dlouho trvat. Did you go on inland? Mm, 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 mm. Hatch. I'm just going to sip this because I know it's going to spoil before I get there. And I don't want to eat it. No. I said that carrots are healthier, which is obviously not fucking true, dumbass. Ain't true. Mm, 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 mm. You say, put them on your ass. Okay, sure. I have to just make my gear that I use for taming like this, for harvesting this, and just fucking this. And YouTube is gonna probably censor me now because I said thing. Hello, chicken nugget. Do you want biotax? Obviously you want. You love that stuff. And I need to go and tame a mamuth. Those two mountains. They're my life now. Yes, that is. Yes, that is. Oh no, it looks like basically. Uvidíme vás, keď sa tam dostanú. A to zelená crossbowka vypadá dobre. Tak už je zelená. Vidíme sa, keď sa to ochutí. Zpátky.
See, I was going to need all the help I could get, as the next creature on my list was the carbonamus, whose saddle takes cementing paste to craft. I wasn't a high enough level to craft it, and the only way to collect cementing paste on this map is in places like this. The plan is to take my army of... I went the wrong way.
Se divíte, proč jdem bez toho mamuta? Requesting.
Diarrhea sacrificed himself for me, but I eventually got my paste and got out of there. On day 3, I made some paint. With the paste finally back at my house on day 4, I found a nearby turtle and gave him the old... I then saddled and rode it home. Next up was the Ichthyosaurus at level 13. After a great deal of suffering, I realized that I had an issue. Every time I would feed the ichthy, it would no longer willingly swim up to me. I couldn't just swim after it because, well... So I would essentially need to tame it in one feeding. I couldn't get prime meat because but I had an epiphany. The solution to my problem, like most things in life, was with my humanely sourced prime meat, the ichthy was soon mine. Until it wasn't. Although, now is no time to mourn. It's time to complete my gamer compound. I then tamed a Pachycephalosaurus. I'll spare you the details because, frankly, nothing happened, and I need to maintain maximum neural stimulation. Next up was the trek, at level 16. Like the absolute dumb that I am, I continued to level only wit and fortitude. Looking back, I should have really leveled some speed. I would really come to regret this later. The challenge was now to knock out a fucking Triceratops completely naked, no traps, with nothing but a fucking raft. Eventually, I was enough that got eaten by Rex. I was eventually able to knock out a new one, named it Sally, and rode it back to my base. Back at base, the first time I was looking at oh no! With every one of my creatures dead, me and my new raptor friend set out to tame some more utility dinos. Upon further deliberation, I willingly decided to move base locations. I loaded everything I could into my canoe and set out. I tamed up some new raptors and immediately lost one. I made my way to the central castle, evicted its current residents, and claimed it as my own. While I was building this gamer compound to end all gamer compounds, I hatched and raised 5 raptors. I hatched and raised 3 raptors. I took one of the imprinted raptors out in search of carrots, as my next tame was the horse. While I was out exploring, I managed to get a full set of hide armor through supply crates and carnivore loot drops. This is great because I just don't have the engram points to purchase the engrams.
Ten Alfa Raptor idzie troszkę blisko k mojemu domu.
I found what I was looking for. I then set out to find me a horse. Eventually, I came across this one that was looking pretty JRH NVR. Come on, you have to say all that. I know what JVRH NVR is. Come on, dog. Come on, you think I just started fucking horses, yes? A quick update on where we are. I've just tamed the Equus, advancing me to level 22, where I can unlock train arrows. This is going to be a huge upgrade, seeing as most of part 1, I only had access to the blueprint. As it stands now, I still don't have spare engram points to buy base building parts, so I've still got my hatch up. But I've got my new horse, I've got my 2 raptors, it's time to start climbing my way up the ladder. I need to take my mind off the loss of, yet again, every single one of my creatures. To cope, I set out looking for a scorpion, which was my next hit. I knocked it out and put some spoiled meat into its inventory. Oh my gosh! No! Fair enough. I'm a little lost, but fair enough. Not to worry. I found a high-level tech raptor in my base that I tamed. I also found a tank scorpion without incident. Next up was the Kahana. Luckily, there was one near my base, and it was too ready for the trap, so I had to track it out. Why are we still here? base. Luckily, I had some spare raptor eggs stashed away, so I hatched them. It was the morning of day 12 by the time I found the new crocodile. I had to trek it out on foot, but I managed to get it knocked out, tamed up, and I walked it back to my base where I saddled it and rode it. Okay, here we go. Time for another big upgrade. I can now craft a crossbow. I can now start doing some real damage. Now, for those of you paying attention, look at these creatures. What's special about them, you might ask? Well, you see, it's very simple. They're all fucking impossible to tame. I'd like to express to you how absolutely painful the next 10 hours of my life, but I just could never do it justice. First of all, the manta takes angler gel to tame, which I don't have. The galley has no fucking health, so I kept killing it. And the Volanosaur is half dinosaur, half machine gun. It lives on a fucking volcano surrounded by wyverns and T-Rexes. I'm getting flashbacks just thinking about it. Just for context, I was here on day 12. I'm now here and it's day 22.
Yo, baby, that's what I'm waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Coming up. Thank all that is holy. Within about 3 days, I was able to tame up the iguanodon, mammoth, danon, terrorbird, dodik, sarco, inky, and saber. Now that I had some good farming dinos, I went out farming for some stone and some metal. Not that I could actually use it for anything. I still had next to no engram points because I had to spend them all on saddles. Things were looking up though. The thing that was saving me was the fact that I did all that fishing. You can actually get a shit ton of good saddle blueprints for fishing. The point I'm trying to make is I really need to save every engram point that I can if I want to buy base parts at any point in the future. Next up was the Pteranodon, which is literally the easiest tame of all time. I could basically do it with my eyes closed and my hands tied behind my back. And my dick super glued to a high-speed railroad trip. I made the saddle and basically used all of my resources upgrading it to Journeyman. With my newfound mobility, I went out farming all those juicy-ass purple drops. What I was really looking for was blueprints for base building parts, but all I found was absolutely jack fucking shit. While I was out, I tamed the Capro. Okay, I can't put this off any longer. I need to start brewing beer for the Calicodarium. So I bought the keg and made 2 of them. I then realized I needed to buy the water reservoir. I then realized I didn't actually need to buy the water reservoir. What I actually had to do was buy a shit ton of stone pipe parts instead. While I I waited for my beer to brew, I went out farming crops again, and I found this metal ceiling blueprint. It was at this point that I remembered that S Plus has a blueprint maker for 0 engram points. I guess I should have probably been saving all those wood structures instead of just throwing them away this whole time. Next, I tamed the frog and the Paraceratherium. At this point, I'm still a ways away from having cryos, so a lot of these creatures get tamed and then just are abandoned in the middle of nowhere. Listen, buddy, I don't make the rules. Okay, I do make the rules, but once you've provided value to me, I'm no longer incentivized to provide you value or protection in return. I mean, come on, it's basic. Oh, hey, my beers are done. I only have 2, so hopefully that's enough. I have 4 beers, so hopefully that's enough. While I was out, I found... Oh, there it is, baby. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, dude. Bruh. Oh, hell. Yes. This is basically gonna save my ghoul ass for the future where traps are basically required. Next was the Pelagornis. After about 3 seconds of that shit, I decided to tame a gas bags instead. I teleported to Asgard and found 2 fairly quickly.
I can't believe you've done this.
Budete mě potom montáž zestavění.
Walked them all the way back to my house. Next up was the dunk.
And the moment you've all been waiting for, the new and improved raft. And why the heck are there jellyfish on the surface of on the shore? I need them. Man.
Just took Danny out to where they spawn and I trained one out on foot. Next was the Basilisk, which was surprising. Next was the Basilisk, which was surprisingly easy. Oh boy! I guess my taming speed is probably up a bit high. I didn't really expect it to tame up that quickly. The next 3 days were spent preparing for another difficult tame, the squid. I did a few things to make sure I was 100% ready. I didn't want anything to go wrong during this. 1, I bought scuba gear and tamed a high-level male Loza. Female Moza to create an absolute Chad baby. 3, I farmed for black pearls, and 4, I tamed a high-level turtle and leveled it in health. The Tuso is tamed past. You'll have to feed it stacks of black pearls while it's latched onto a creature. I'm bringing this chonky-ass turtle as a bit of a sacrifice. The idea is that I throw this turtle out of the pot, the Tuso latches onto it, and hopefully this turtle will be able to tank the Tuso attacking it while I feed it. So on day 83, I had everything I needed, and I set out to the trench again. eventually spotted this level 110 Tuso. Wait. Come on. Go.
Když jdem se podívat na komentáře minulého videa, jestli tam mám nějaké. Že jestli tam není ten komentář, který jsem řekl, že abyste mi jméno dali pro tuto guličku. Ne, takže... Takže dáme mu jméno Oldimares. Nightmare do Edikurus. Papili pom, brim bro. Papili pom. Papili pom.
When I got home, I bought and crafted the shocking trike darts, metal gateways, and the large bear traps. I then went out to a spot that I knew I'd be able to find a giga. There you go.
Dobry, także. Dobra.
Okay, today's the day. I'm going to attempt the Titans. For those of you that don't know, the Titan is a non-traditional knockout. His armor is too thick for train sword, so you need to bash it in the face with cannonballs or max shells. I don't have access.
Takže doufám, loučím se s váma. Doufám, že se vám toto video páčilo. Zanechajte like a odběr. A zatím čus.